Keeping venomous reptiles is an unforgiving hobby, requiring proper training and lots of experience. One simple mistake can be the difference between life and death. Remember, the most venomous snake in the world is the one that just bit you. There are no venomous snakes with training wheels. Just because you see Viperkeeper handle snakes a certain way does not mean you should try it too.
Mr. Milos got moved to a different cage. I'm going to use his former home for some echis, I think. And he's been looking out and about, wondering if the food fairy is going to come by and give him something to eat. And since the glass is reversed here, I will... You already slammed the glass. Alright, so no action from him. We missed it. He had already done it off camera. So
well, he's staring at me, so I'm wondering if he's a little bit weirded out.
He could be.
But just me, bud.
We'll let Mr. Milos, he'll figure it out eventually. As we all know, some of my snakes don't understand how to be snakes. And don't have it together, but I'm pretty sure he'll eat it. He usually does this sometimes when he misses the mark and he pre-strikes and hits the glass. We'll check on him later and see if there's something left behind to do with the Bring Out the Dead tour in the morning. Mr. Milos comes from an island in the Greek Isles, the island called Milos. He's a, you're gonna fix your fang there, dude? He's a CITES protected animal because he's only found on that island in the Greek Isles. And he's nosing around the mouse right now, whether or not he's gonna eat it. He's your typical, viperid, lots of metalloproteases to necrotize your tissues that it comes in contact with and cause coagulopathies and all that good stuff. Other than that, he's just your typical foul-tempered Middle Eastern viper. But we love him anyway. So we have this Cantil that's waiting for a morsel. Huh? Are you waiting for something to eat? Huh? Oh, you see some movement. Oh boy, oh boy. These guys are pretty shy too. I'm not going to open that with my fingers. Hi. You actually see something of interest, huh? Interested in that? Oh, okay. Now that's generally all I can expect from them, but the Cantils are doing pretty well. They were quite skittish, and the one down here did not eat so well when he was in a bin, but has really come on to feed since I brought him up and put him in the larger cage. And earlier that snake was sitting in his water dish, and I decided that I would fill the water dish with it in it. You interested in this? Huh? Oh yeah. They're as strike and let go, so their prey item doesn't bother them.
They are beautiful.
Yeah, they're quite exceptionally beautiful. Unfortunately, I think my friend has no wonder he's single, because I don't think he can really tell the sex of different animals, including maybe humans, because I order pairs, and more often than not I get the same sex. So he has a problem telling sexes apart on snakes. I am pretty good at it. The only ones that are really difficult for me are the water cobras, and we can see this one's looking for feed. It just shed. Hi there. Yeah, I wasn't trying to startle you, but I don't really have something your size, but you're going to try to eat me through the glass. You don't care what size it is, I want it. So I guess we'll be nice and we'll give them something. It's the funny thing about water cobras, once you get them feeding, they really want to feed.
And they are chow hounds.
Gotta be careful, because he's really quick. You got the mouse? Okay. I'll trade you mouse for the shed. I know it, that tickles your belly, huh? I was hoping to breed these, but I don't know if I am. I just might move them along to a zoo and let them breed them. But, you know, as far as cobras go, these guys are really, you know, nice animals. I mean, some of them can be jerks, but for the most part, they're rather amicable. I mean, look at Thud. He's pretty easygoing. If I wanted to be a dumbass, I could easily free handle Thud when there was no food present, and I'd be perfectly okay. But you know, I'm not going to take that chance. We don't want to be going to the hospital and using some of our very difficult to come by South African polyvalent. The interesting thing about their venom is they have a purely offensive venom. It's not a defensive venom. Brian Fry did an elegant paper a few years back describing the differences between the cobra's venoms, and the water cobra's venom is almost all purely neurotoxic. It's used to subdue its prey really quick, whereas your dumbass monocle cobra that is so popular in the hobby has a defensive venom as well as an offensive venom. It will kill you, and I've seen people go down into full respiratory arrest in as little as 20 minutes. But there's a pain-producing and tissue-destructive component to that venom. So it's meant to not only stop you, but if you survive, it will leave you with a quite memorable experience that you don't want it to have happen again. So let me just sort of scoop this guy up and move him back in there. Oh, look, you did this, I didn't. You just tried to, you know, be difficult, and all I wanted to do was get you back in there so you could eat and I can shut the damn door. Okay, so you have to sort of move along because the Cantils are not likely to eat in our presence, so we can't watch those, but we've got one or two more customers in here to feed before we go. Next on our medium-sized mouse feeding is one of the Insularis that was born in 2020. And as you can see, she's a no-nonsense Lesser Sunda Island Pit Viper. My next generation. These are F2 generations, which means that their parents were captive born here and they're the next generation offspring.
And they really are that blue.
Yes, yes. the incandescent bulb sort of skews the color a bit, but yes, it is really that blue, and their lips are very nice white. So we'll let her munch down her morsel, which they all look forward to on a weekly basis. My mouse suppliers' prices have doubled in the past year, which makes things very difficult. I certainly appreciate everybody who donates, because that helps. But inevitably, it means that I'm going to have to keep a bit fewer snakes than I have right now, because it costs me about probably about $3,500, $4,000 every year to do this. About $1,000 a quarter to get everybody fed. So we're going to have to reduce that because the prices have gone up.